Hi, mister. So for your lights problem, I tried to recreate a similar scenario. So I created an actor blueprint called lights, which has some point lights inside. And from my level blueprint, I have an input P event that is set up to turn my lights off. So I've placed a few of these actors inside my level. And now when I go inside and I press P, they get turned off. Hopefully this is what you were looking for. Now the way I did this, okay, you got my P event, which is your power outage, and I use an get all actors of class, which finds all the actors that you specify here. Mine were called lights, and it returns an out actors, which is an array that contains every single one of these actors. Now I created a custom event inside of my lights actor, and I can call this custom event from the array. Okay. So what this does is when I press P, it finds all the actors, and then it calls their event, their custom event. Inside of my actor blueprint, here I have my custom event, and it sets a boolean, which I call power on, to false, because the power outage happens, turns the power off, power on is off. And then it sets my point lights intensity to 0, so they get turned on, or turned off, sorry. Now the reason that you have a boolean, I assume, is so that you can't turn them back on as you overlap them. So, okay, first of all, this whole section here you had set up this way. And I'm going to not go over too much of this because I'm not too sure what you were trying to achieve. And enter and overlap, yeah, I'd set this to here. But there's a few things that are kind of strange that I don't really understand what you did. The timeline is set to happen within a length of time, right? So instead of using the tick, you want to use the update, which is the whole purpose of a timeline, basically. And this is going to avoid a tick just constantly firing throughout the entire level for no reason, especially considering you probably have a bunch of these guys in your level, so it's just many signals happening for no reason at all. Anyways, like I said, I'm not going to go too much in details. I'm just going to say this is how I would do it, and then you can maybe explain to me why you were doing it the way that you were doing it, and then maybe I can better explain. Okay, so anyway, and I would get rid of this guy also because he wasn't doing anything. At least he wasn't doing anything that I could understand. So when you walk into the actor, when you hit the actor, or you overlap the actor, sorry, you start the timeline and the lights gradually get turned on if the power is on, right? Also, I used a play from start instead of play because you don't really have a reverse happening, a reverse mechanic. So your lights get turned on, if the power goes off they get turned off, and then let's say you want to turn them back on. I created a custom event called turn power back on, and then I set the bool to true. Oops. And then from there, either you want to turn your lights back on right away, or you want to turn the lights back on only when you overlap them. I don't know, it depends what you want to do, I guess. But basically, I mean, this is how I would communicate from the level blueprint to my actor using custom events and the get all actors of class. Okay, so if you have any more questions concerning how your setup is done, and if there's some things that you don't really understand, just ask, and I'll be happy to answer. Okay, take care.